VF crew. You should come down here and play this, man. It's quite similar to VF. Okay. Really.
Ready anytime.
Oh, it is pretty much VF.
Wait there, why is that big massive thing in the middle of the screen?
Could you guys remove the flight screen info thing? Thank you.
Hey, what, is this a proper versus match though?
Yeah, they're doing the first of 5.
Oh, okay, alright,
yeah.
so.
Oh, just gonna reset. It's okay. Go on.
Yes, so Kitch, maybe you can shed some light and tell us what's going on in this game.
Right. This game is pretty much has the same button layout as VF. You got guard, punch, and kick. And guard plus punch is grab. You got a heavy punch and heavy kicks. By heavy punch is done by pressing P plus K as a punch kick. Heavy kick is done by pressing guard and kick.
I need you to explain something to me quick.
Yes. Okay, that's better.
Yeah?
So,
all right, cool.
Yeah, so you got grabs, you got heavy punches, heavy kicks. Same thing. If you play VF, it's pretty much the same, except that this game has a stun system where you either have to stagger escape or you have to like hold out of it. I'll explain holds later.
And you still can't throw active frames, can you?
Well, you can't throw. No, you can't throw someone when they're either in block stun, except in certain conditions, or if they're in stun.
Yeah.
Critical stun, is what we call it.
Or whilst they're attacking.
Or whilst they're attacking, which is the simple rock paper scissors mechanic. You know, strikes, speed, hold, strikes, speed, throws, speed, holds, speed, strikes.
Yeah.
I'll explain holds. Holds, I'm pretty sure everyone should know what holds are. You know, those just frame, those 0 frame startup moves that, you know.
Well, the best way to say it for someone who doesn't know would be a counter.
Pretty much.
High counter, low counter, kick counter, etc.
Punch counter. So you got high, low, mid, all hit levels. You can counter all hit levels. And, yeah. So basically what you have to do is like play mix-ups in this game. This is a very mix-up heavy game. And
what character is that?
That's MILA.
Who just won the first match?
HurricaneRev.
Okay, let's go over there. One save.
Yeah, I'm here to fight.
Lovely.
Control S for save.
Oh, you were basically saying to me a bit earlier on today that there's a different catch. Is it back forward?
Catch.
Hold, counter.
All right, there are in this game. Well, they've been in the game since like UA2, but only Bayman and Lei Fang had them in UA2.
Oh, okay, yeah, the special
catch
ones.
Throws. Oh, sir, catch throws in
Ion.
this game are called Ion. Oh, it's Ion.
Yes, Ion. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Aeon.
Aeon, sir. So basically, Aeon. Well, catch throws are called offensive holds in this game. Basically, that's they're the offensive holds, unlike the defensive holds. The defensive holds are, you know, your counters, but offensive holds also act as counters against strikes. So you can stop someone during the start of frame of their strike by, you know, doing an offensive hold. That's what a catch throw is about. But basically, if you do that, you get a high counter. I'm digging myself a pretty deep hole because now I have to explain like the different levels of counter in this game, because you have normal.
If you want to.
Yeah. No, I'll go through that quickly. You have normal hit and counter hit in all in different games, but in this game you have high counter. So when you, for example, beat a throw with a strike, or beat a strike with a hold, or you do anything that's specified in rock paper scissors mechanics in this game, you get a high counter. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, people think that this game is pretty simple, but it can actually be pretty in-depth as well.
Well, to be fair, I mean, that's just like VF. I mean,
look,
yeah, but the average person will say that VF should be simple because it's only got 3 buttons.
That's true.
But then, you know,
but there are a lot of other things.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah.
DOA doesn't really stray away from any of that.
No, not too far. I mean, there are like every character in this game is unique, despite everyone having like universal tools. But some characters, for example, have advanced defensive holds. For example, they do double directions. If you want to do an advanced punch, which does more damage than a normal punch counter, then you do forward and back. The normal punch counter in this game, for example, is you press back and guard, and then you stop any punch in this game. Well, most mid-punch attacks.
All right, this feels awesome.
Good. Thank you, sir. So basically, yeah, you have like different the different levels of strike. Holds is timing based. Is hold timing based? Yes, it is. Defensive holds are timing based. So if you press, for example, a defensive hold a frame or two before it connects with you get a high counter. If you press it like 4 to 6 frames before it connects with you, that's the normal. That's like a counter hold, not a high counter. So if you time things right, you get more damage basically. Oh, that's new. That's pretty cool.
MILA she actually looks quite strong.
No, she's alright. She's been better. She was kind of broken though.
She looks it, man.
No, she back in UA5 she had infinites, and that cash grab had like pretty much half screen range.
Yeah.
But she's been balanced. There you go. That's one example.
Yeah, we say, man.
So yeah, that was, for example, that was one example of a high counter. Oh, there we go. That's one example of a throw beating a hold.
Yeah.
If you manage to like beat a hold with a throw, you get a high counter damage, which is like 150%. 150%. Sorry. 150% more damage than you get normal. So normal hits would count as like 100%. Kind of getting lost here. let me catch. Get my train of thoughts. Thank you. So basically, the damage rating in this game for normal hits is like 100%, but if it's counter, it's 125%.
Yeah.
And if it's high counter, it's 150%.
Good.
Yeah. Yep. RPS. Yeah. So that's the basic RPS system of the game. I've already confused myself a little bit. You still get high counter hit for hitting someone while evading. The thing is, evades are different because evades, if you, for example, throw someone when they're evading, that counts as a counter. That counts as a counter counter damage. Oh, that's guaranteed, by the way. Yeah. Maybe I should like explain the different the MILA and Brad Wong. For example, MILA is a very straightforward mix-up character. She can usually transition into her catch throw, or her what we call offensive hold in this game. But she can also cancel it and go to like different mix-ups from that. And that's all she does. That's her rush down. That's one example of like a move. She does her down forward kick, and then she can transition into her grab. And that's what it looks like when she breaks it. She's really simple 50-50s. Brad Wong, on the other hand, he's a heavy mix-up character with stance transitions, a la Shun-Di. Though unlike Shun-Di, he doesn't need to drink or anything to actually go into like his different transitions or get access to different moves. He just has to go into different stances, like his laydown stance, handstand, and all his different transitions, just to, just to go into his different 50-50s. So basically, his lay down stance, he can avoid a lot of high and mid attacks, and there's 50-50 where we either try to hit him out of it and get like hit with a launcher, or you just stand up or try to strike anyway from like standing, and he'll grab you. And he has a catch throw from his lay down stance. In DOA4, DOA4, hitting someone while they were moving around granted a counter hit. Well, yes, it did. Because if you, in this game, if you backdash, you can get a high counter hit. But if you try to like move around, like free step around, that doesn't really grant as a counter hit. They've sort of toned down things a bit. They added like the cans evades in this game, similar to VF, like when you do sidestep a move. But in this game, there are command sidesteps, kind of like Soul Calibur. That was 2 punches, just the same in this game. In this game, I think the balance is just right for all the different tools in the system. Because if someone tries to evade you and you throw them out of it, that counts as a counter hit or a counter throw. It's not high counter anymore. It doesn't grant you like stupid crazy damage. Similar to VF4 and VF5, in this game, you got can attacks from sidestep. So if you evade, you have either a punch or a kick, and if you're a grappler, you have the punch, kick, and a throw. Some grapplers have that, some grapplers don't. Some characters also have unique transitions where they can, for example, go into like back turn or stance or something. Like Lisa, who can sidestep and go into a back turn stance, where she can get unique mixes.
Oh, who won the last match? I wasn't paying attention. We can check the score afterwards. And if it's only high counter hit off a backdash, yeah, it's kind of like VF, where you can get a unique counter if someone backdashes. You also do kind of have Korean backdashes in this game, but they're not as refined as the like reverse crouch dash guard cancel in VF, or like Korean backdash in VF, or Korean backdash in Tekken. Well, Tekken's completely. I mean, Korean backdash in Tekken is pretty safe if you do it right. Yeah, it is.
In this game, however, it's really risky. Yeah. That's guaranteed, by the way. And she also has the bounce, so she's like an MMA fighter. Yeah. So if she gets a hard knockdown and she grabs you, or she transitions into mount from her catch throw, she can either like go straight for a throw, or do 3 punches, and each of them is breakable.
Oh wow, that
That
quite
also,
a lot.
Yep. Her holds transition into her mount.
No, I mean the window for that counter was quite long.
Oh yeah, it is, but it didn't grant that much damage, so it was like normal. Counters are still pretty active. They're like active for a long time, but their recovery's been changed. They increased the recovery on holds in this game because, let's admit it, they were pretty damn
Let's see what the
cheap
score
in
is.
DOA4. Score. Oh, actually, I think he won twice. Tulkas, did you win the last 2? Or did you win once? How many times did you win? Once. Okay, so it's 4-1. Okay. So we are doing first of 5s right here. And so far it's been 4-1 to HurricaneRev. I know Tulkas personally myself because we actually live together, so I kind of know what characters are his strong characters and what characters are his weak characters. And he's really good as Brad, because he has some pretty good mix-ups as Brad. There you go. That's one unique guaranteed setup for MILA, because if she does a low pole punch, she can get a bound, and she can get another follow-up from that. That's a new string she's got, where she can transition into the punches. And she has two follow-ups. She has a mid follow-up which launches, and a high follow-up which knocks back and guard breaks, so she can be at plus frames if she does a high. I don't know why Hurricane's not punishing that, because the kicks are actually unsafe, unlocked. Oh, missed that. Yeah, and as you saw, there's a 50-50 with the kicks. But if the other person tries to counter hit him out of his kicks, then they'll have to eat a high count, a catch throw, or an offensive hold in this game. And the offensive hold does 150% damage if it actually connects during or in the middle of a string. Like during startup of a strike, or in the middle of a string where like you have active frames all over. Yeah, he was trying to do the grab right there. And that's there are unique situations where in this game you can get a critical burst. A critical burst is when you go through a stun threshold, and at the end you do a critical burst move. Just control and complain about DF5. Where's my Gauntlet 36? Who's that? Gauntlet 36. Oh, is that Ope? Your waste. Go play League of Legends. Or League of Ladies, as we call it.
Shout out to Ope for coming down today. Shut down some more, you're gonna get blasted.
Yeah, yeah, that was a direct threat. Thanks, Ryan. In fact, he tweeted this to Team Ninja, which is quite nice. Thank you. I think this is probably the first time we've actually streamed this game. No, it's not the first time we streamed this game from the HOG. But it's the first time we're streaming casuals for this game from the HOG. Tell him all box and skank. Blatant. Oh, you tweeted FSC. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So that was nice. I read that as skank, but it doesn't matter. Same thing. Okay, good stuff. That was 5-1 to Tulkas. I mean, sorry, HurricaneRev. So, get Bruce.